All right, everybody. Super short video today. Super short video because we're at the end of chapter 2, section 3. And it's not going to take very long to cover the material that we talked about in class. Today in class, we finished up section 3. The review sheet we worked on in class today also. We're going to go over it tomorrow, but it's not going to be due until 6 o'clock. So you got the rest of today. You got Friday until 6 o'clock to get it turned in. So we worked on that in class today. We finished up section 3, and I showed them a video on the microscope. I don't show very many videos. Y'all know I don't show very many videos, but I did show them a YouTube video. And I'm nervous that I'm not going to be able to figure out how to put it in this assignment. So there should be 2 videos. You should watch me first, and then you should watch the YouTube video if I figure out how to get the YouTube video attached. If I don't figure out how to get the YouTube video attached, then don't worry about it. As long as you see me and as long as you get the work done by tomorrow at 6 o'clock, you'll be good. I'll figure out some way to get the video out to you. All right, so do the warm-up number 1, okay, and you're watching the video now. So click on Chapter 2, Section 3 right here, and you click on the Google document, and I'm going to click on the PDF right here. And I'm going to scroll down real quick to where Section 3, where we left off. Pretty sure this is where we left off yesterday. Can't remember if we talked about magnification or not. So that's where we're going to pick up today. We're going to pick up where I left off. There's not very much that we've got to talk about today. This will be a very small video. All right. Well, as you can see, I'm back in the classroom today. Thank goodness, on a decent computer. Those Chromebooks are horrible to try to make these videos with. All right. So magnification. The definition for magnification, right here, magnification is the ability to make things look larger than they are. All right, hit pause and type that in. All right, yeah, I remember yesterday. We did cover this yesterday, so because I remember drawing on this lens down here. All right, so basically light bends. When you go to the restaurant, we talked about putting a straw in the glass and how it looks like the straw is bent. When you're in the pool, you put your arm in the water and it looks like your arm's broken in the water. Well, what's going on there is, I'm not going to get too technical, but what's going on is this. Light does travel at a set speed, okay? It's incredibly fast. It's like 196,000 miles per second, something like that. I'm not even going to get into all that, but there is a speed that light travels at. Okay. Now, when light hits things like a plastic bottle or water, it changes its speed. And so when light hits something and it changes its speed, it bends. And so that's why it looks like the straw or the teaspoon or your arm is bent funny when you're in water or in some sort of liquid. Okay. So what happens is when it bends, when it exits, it can make things look larger. And that's what we were talking. I drew the picture yesterday. If you have a little bitty critter right here, well, when you look at it on this side, little bitty critter now looks a little bit bigger because the light has bent as it came through these lenses. So that's how that works. So you gotta have in a microscope, the 2 most important things is you gotta have magnification. You gotta be able to make things look bigger. And the next thing that you gotta have is you have got to have something that is called resolution. Right here is resolution. Okay, so what is resolution? Resolution is another term for the sharpness of an image. Okay, hit pause and I'll talk about it. Okay, the sharpness of an image is how clear does it look. my projector around Thanksgiving was going out. You couldn't read words. You couldn't hardly see the pictures. The resolution was awful. All right. And, a bunch of y'all kept saying, Coach, I can't read it. I can't read it. I can't see what's on the board. And I was like, I agree with you. There's nothing I can do. Well, finally, Mr. Bergeson came in and said, this is ridiculous. You got to get a projector. So he got me a projector. And now we've got this beautiful projection that has a high resolution, and you can read the words on the board when we're doing definitions or when we're reading from the book. You can read it word for word. It's beautiful. Okay. You can see the pictures crystal clear. It's absolutely beautiful. It's high resolution. When you watch your television at home, okay, if you have a high definition television, all right, that is high resolution right there. The better that you can see the image, okay, that is resolution. And when you look through a microscope, like what you see in these pictures right here, this right here is a good resolution. This right here is a water flea, and it is a nice sharp image. You can see that water flea. This right here is an algae that is called Spirogyra. All right. And you can see that it is a nice clean image as well. So this resolution is high. But if you want even better resolution, then you need an electron microscope. And the last word of the day is electron microscope. Electron microscopes use a beam of electrons instead of light to produce a magnified image. Hit pause and we'll talk about it. All right, this right here is a hair louse. Okay, lice makes me want to scratch my head just thinking about it. Okay, you've ever heard of anybody that's had head lice? You may have had head lice at some point or another. Okay, this is an image of a louse, which is singular, of a louse on a hair strand. This is hair right here. And look at the detail that you can see in these creatures right here. Heck, I'll show you real quickly here. I should have pulled this up before I got started. Let me show you some of the electron images, the electron microscope images I was showing some of the classes earlier. We've already looked at this once this year. This is pollen. This is another type of pollen. Look at the detail in there. Can you tell by looking at that? What is that? It's a housefly. Look at the detail that you can see in the compound eyes. Super cool looking creature. An ant. Super cool looking. This right here is a spider. Look at the eyes. Embedded eyes in there. Super cool looking. Okay. This right here is a snowflake. So, the bad thing about electron microscopes is in order to look at things through an electron microscope, they've got to be dead. And that's a disadvantage to them. In a light microscope, you can still see them alive. You can see them crawling and eating, and they're having a normal old day. But yeah, with electron microscopes, they're going to be dead when you look at them in an electron microscope. So, all right, well, that's it. That's it for the day. What you need to do now is take you a few minutes now, work on this sheet right here. All right. Except yours is going to be in the Google document. You need to get all 19 of these answered, and they need to be turned in tomorrow before 6 o'clock. I'm going to try to attach the YouTube. I'm laughing at myself because I hope I can do it. If you see it on there, you should send me an email saying, congratulations, Coach Milewski, you figured out how to do it. And if it's not attached, you should send me an email saying, shame on you for not being able to figure it out. So I hope I can get it figured out. So anyway, I hope you have a good day, good evening, and we will talk to y'all later on. Email me if you got any questions. I appreciate y'all. See y'all later on. Bye.